he tangata rongonui, he tangata kaha ki te whakawhanake i tōna iwi, i tōna whenua. He tangata tino mōhio ki ngā ao e rua. Kare he tangata tuatui aia i tōna wā, ko tai mai tātou ki tēnei wā, ka kite ngāhua, kei konei tātou.
So here at this location at Tangihanga Orchard, we've got blueberries, we've got citrus, and we have a citrus nursery as well. So at our second location, we have gold kiwi fruit, we have persimmons, and a new development of Tarsi apples. So the orchards in total hectares are 80 hectares.
The benefits of having so many crops is that we can hire people 12 months of the year. We've got 7 full-time wipere staff and 18 full-time contracted staff.
Te mana o te wai is a hierarchy of obligations, first being to the water itself. So if we look after the water will look after us. So the Māori Compass was designed to implement or give effect to Te Mana o te Wai. It uses Western science, and Mātauranga Māori has 12 key attributes that looks at the whenua, the wai, and the taonga species.
So certainly the event of February the 14th was a devastation to a lot of people in the region. We were drastically affected with that event. We had a lot of silt deposit on the farm and also on the orchards. And that required a lot of effort by our whole team. So we did take a loss. We've lost some apple trees, but we got in pretty quickly after the event and we've managed to salvage a lot of those trees.
What you see out there now was covered in water and was at the deepest part, probably 5 metres deep. When the water receded, what we were left with was a huge amount of silt, over 120 hectares. The cost to remove that silt and dig it out is estimated to be about $12 million.
Ko tēnei kapu hei whakanui I ngā whānau e kaha nei. Ki te tiaki I ngā pāmu, ki te tiaki I ngā huarākau anō hoki. A tēnei tātou e whakaimi nei ki te whakarangatiri I te kapu.
Tēnei te reo whakamihi I a tātou.
Our tipuna. He was a politician for 28 years, advocating retention, self-development and control of Māori land ownership. This made him, as you can imagine, very unpopular in Parliament, especially when he argued against all the deplorable, unfair land policies and the tide of pioneer land acquisitions.
So we did have a reset in 2010 and we're looking to invest in high value crops, and our initial goal is to be in the upper quartile in all the crops that we grow. You cannot grow high-value horticulture unless you have guaranteed access to water. But certainly we acquired our consents here for 20 years, which was very good. And so once we achieved that in 2013, it then made the next transition of the strategy able to be achieved because we had the underpinning of the water.
So by 2030, all of our crops will be in mature production. So we're estimating at that stage we'll have net profit of just over $7 million. At the same time, we predict that our equity will be about $250 million.
All through all of Pere's enterprises, they've gone and undertaken land resource mapping at a detailed scale at 1 to 7 or 1 to 8,000 to give them great information for making informed decisions about what grows where and what's ideally suited for one crop, for one site versus the next site. For the horticulture enterprises, this is really critical in the sense that some crops will like wet soils and some will handle dry soils, and it's important to actually get those decisions right.
I think the things that impress the judges about Pere is firstly the crop diversity and the geographic diversity. It's a volatile industry and that is a real strength for them. I think secondly, the Māori compass, the weaving together of both traditional values and modern science is very important. Third thing is a deep understanding of the fundamentals of both production and the financial background to horticulture. This compounded by the crop diversity they have, it's quite a complex picture. The fourth thing is, given Cyclone Gabriel, the way these guys have handled the adversity they faced, they had a plan, they've implemented it, and it was very impressive.